Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to those around the world. Welcome back to another Pokemon Unite video featuring Sylveon. Coming through Master Rank in the bot lane. I know, we're not playing jungle today because it looks like Dragonite beat me to it. And now he's dealing with an invading Greedent, and there's not much he's going to do about it. This is exactly why I was trying to fight Greedent and help him out in the jungle. Because in the early game, Greedent can be a nuisance, especially when he's able to steal red and or blue buff for any of your farm in the jungle, because it can put you behind. So for those of you who are going against something like this, you need to make sure you rotate. Yes, my heart just sank because I saw a Wigglytuff run roll out instead of Sing. So this bot lane is going to be very, very obnoxious to deal with now, to be fair with you, because we're playing into a Wigglytuff with Sing. And I feel like those who actually want to climb and get better, or climb ranks or whatever, with Wigglytuff, rollout is not the way to do it. Stop trolling your team, please. Just stop doing it. But either way, we're playing Sylveon because I believe Sylveon right now is one of those Pokemon where I don't see that often in my games, and it's not because she's bad, not at all. I see more Charizard, Dragonite, Serena, Venusaur than I do Sylveon. And I think it's because she might have a higher skill cap than most people like to believe because of Hyper Voice and how you play with the ability. If you line up a Hyper Voice and enemy Pokemon decides to move the opposite direction of you, like, you know, up or down or whatever, and totally avoid your damage, you can't really counterplay it because you're locked in the animation of Hyper Voice. But at the same time, in a teamfight situation, that is exactly where Sylveon shines. It's not necessarily the 1v1, because in that 1v1 it's going to be more so if they move out of the way or it's a skill matchup, you can do a lot of damage or zero damage. But in the team fight, you jump in there with Hyper Voice, you're gunning for more than one target at a time, right? You're hitting more than one Pokemon, you're doing damage no matter what, as long as you position yourself well. And I think that's her best style of play, is to sit here and go for those team fights. Or you can also play her a little bit like Greedent. I know that sounds crazy, but running X speed, you have pretty much, what? Super mobility, you got Hyper Voice, you got Mystic Fire, you have a Unite move in case you get in trouble, which has a pretty low cooldown, I guess you could say, like it's easier to charge up. And if you have a red buff, no one's going to catch you in that situation. Unless, I guess, Talonflame, you know, Unite moving and kill, I guess. You know, we're not going to talk about that. But you're in a very good situation just because being able to have so much mobility with Sylveon. Now again, Mystic Fire is a whole nother animal, which we will get into in game number 2, because I have a spicy build for that one, which I really enjoy. Just give it a chance. But in any case, in this one, we are running, you know, your general. I always run Shell Bell because I love the item, right? Shell Bell, Choice Specs, Buddy Barrier. Moving on with the day. But, or sorry, yeah, that's right. I don't think we're running Focus Band in this game. I'm pretty sure it's Choice Specs. But anyway, when it comes to this Pokemon, I generally like running Draining Kiss and Hyper Voice when I go DPS. And I don't always have the highest DPS with Sylveon at the end of the day, depending on how the solo queue game goes, because sometimes your teammates can get in and instantly just do really, really bad, and then you can lose the first Dreadnought and then you're super behind. And we all know it goes downhill from there. But when you're playing Sylveon and you actually are winning the game, like winning your team fights, it feels great because she does so much damage in group play. Meaning, hypothetically speaking, let's say Wigglytuff had Sing, right? She jumps in their team fight, and I'm here peeling from the backside with Hyper Voice. I'm hitting more than one target. That's what you want to do. You always want to be looking for those group fights and keep yourself on like the edge of the fight, just doing Hyper Voice, because the further you are away from your target,
You're on fire!
the more damage you deal with Hyper Voice. Whereas again, I'm gonna tick off this Ninetales because I've been bullying her in the spot lane all game. Let's be fair. But still, being so far away from your enemy where they can't reach you because you have red buffs, you have X speed, you got Hyper Voice. They don't really want to walk into you, because if they try to chase you down in that situation, essentially you're just going to get more involved into your team fight. Like, in other words, why would they want to run into that team fight where you're at when you're way back here? If they can't get to you, you're doing more damage than them at the end of the day. Whereas Wigglytuff is trying to Sing me, obviously I'm going to walk the other direction and try to get in here to zone out the Cinderace and or the Ninetales here, because I know they don't have Unite move. Where mine's up and matter of seconds here, to be fair. And I'm XP to get ready to pop off, so we're about to do a lot of damage really quick, because they can't run away from me because X speed, and they can't run away from me because red buff. Like, what are they supposed to do in that situation? I think this Pokemon is under a lot of people's radar right now because everyone's too focused on, you know, Dragonite, Aegis-Slash, Serena, all of the OPs. They're kind of forgetting about this Pokemon, I think. And at the end of the day, she hasn't been nerfed in a very long time, or buffed, or changed, or what have you. Whereas a lot of other Pokemon, you know, Charizard, Dragonite, all these other Pokemon are getting buffs and or nerfs, and Sylveon's just chilling. She's in a good spot right now, for those of you that actually know how to play the Pokemon. But then for those of you that don't, this could be very difficult for you to play her well, because Hyper Voice is a very finicky move. I mean, wow, she really did that. She's going to eject button on top of me to Unite move me. I'm cool with that. Because at the end of the day, look at Dreadnought. I got 15 seconds to respawn, right? Ninetales has no Unite move for disengagement in bot lane. I'm cool with it. I don't know why she's going to go ahead and hard engage on me there. That's fine. I just think I ticked her off. It is what it is. Now we're able to go bot lane, get this free objective, and probably win this game, because now the enemy team is going to be further behind because we've got every single one of these red balls. Like, what are they to do here? And it always comes down to, it feels like in solo queue, you're either hit and miss when it comes to Dreadnoughts, right? If you get the first two, you're golden. That's it. Also, in case you don't know, X speed does counter slow smoke. In case you don't know that. The only reason why I think I'm probably going to die here is because Ninetales and her slow abilities and stun and whatever. It is what it is. But X speed counters slow smoke. And I'm not saying start running X speed, I'm not saying that. I'm saying in general, it's very good for certain Pokemon, in which do more damage when they're kiting from you or chasing you down. Like Sylveon. You don't have to worry about slow smoke. Ever, essentially. Unless it's an enemy Lucario who jumps on your face with close combat and drops it and instantly kills you. But then, that's everybody's problem, because nobody can deal with that right now, to be fair. But again, look at the positioning in which I try to play with this Pokemon. And this is me generally almost at every Zapdos fight. I try to get picks or position myself well enough to be able to do so. Sometimes it doesn't work out, because no game is perfect. The important part is, as long as you're trying to learn these fights, or learn positioning with certain Pokemon, you'll get better overall anyway. Dragonite did not need to be there at Zapdos, but we're winning the game anyway, so might as well just pick it up and take it. But in any case, we're going to dive into game number 2 Sylveon, in which has a very spicy build. We're running a lot of tankier items, and we're going to be playing Mystic Fire. But there's a twist to it. Because Mystic Fire gives you mobility, and you're already super tanky with this build I'm going to show you. So for those of you out there who are Sylveon fans, you might want to go ahead and tune into this one, because no one's going to be able to take you down in that 1v1, and you're going to be a nuisance in every single team fight, because you're going to be so durable. So durable, they can't take you out. And yes, that matters, because the longer you stay alive in team fights, guess what? The more damage you do. It's not always about being a glass cannon or a full DPS and killing every single Pokemon when you can't perform at Zapdos. I don't care how good of a Gengar player you are. I don't care how good of a Greninja player you are. As soon as you step out of positioning and you get blown up because everyone runs Body Barrier, what are you to do in that situation? Whereas I think with Sylveon right now, if you're able to keep yourself alive and just deal damage with Mystic Fire and Hyper Voice, you're going to come out on top, especially the way that she's played. But either way, we're going to dive into it. Catch you guys in a minute. Game number 2.
You win!
Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to those around the world. Welcome back to game number 2 with Sylveon coming through the jungle in Master Rank. Yes, Jungle Sylveon with Mystic Fire, and yes, that is an Assault Vest. I told you, this is going to be a tanky version of Sylveon in which you will enjoy for all those out there that play this Pokemon. Now, it's a little interesting at first because, again, you're playing a tankier version of Sylveon. I've done this before on other Pokemon, you know, like Charizard with Salt Vest with tankier items, because his Flare Blitz gives him a shield when he engages, and then the Salt Vest also gives you a shield, so you have shields on top of shields. Whereas with Sylveon, you take that Calm Mind, which can block an attack and give you movement speed, and then you run Mystic Fire with Red Buff, because you're taking it in the jungle, and you take X speed in case you need to keep up or disengage or get away or kite an enemy or make them chase you like Greedent. She is super durable with this build setup. As I get bugged out here on this rock, awesome. Anyway, she is super durable with this build setup, and a lot of people are not going to be expecting it, especially at these team fights where we're fighting at choke points, at Dreadnought, at Zapdos, at Rotom. Doesn't matter. We're running Assault Vest, we're running Focus Band, and Buddy Barrier. No damage items because she does not need it in this situation. Now, what I try to do here is, generally speaking, most players will see a Sylveon and they'll just automatically assume, okay, she's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? Because generally she does. She hurts with Mystic Fire, she hurts with Hyper Voice. But, considering my team composition is absolute, you know, poop, to be honest with you, it really is pretty bad. We got an Absol, we got a Lucario, what? An Aegislash and a Wartortle right now. Now, only thing I do enjoy about this team comp right now, we have a Lucario in the top lane, we have a Blastoise, and then we have me as Sylveon. The other two are too new to the game. In other words, Aegislash is too new to actually perform well, because I think he has the highest skill ceiling in the game. So we're not going to talk about him right now. Absol, I think he's one of the most difficult Pokemon to play correctly at Zapdos, because he doesn't do that much unless you actually know how to play the Pokemon. And then we have Sylveon, who, in myself, is playing super tanky. So I have I'm another front line for my team. I'm trying to peel for Absol, I'm trying to peel for Aegislash, and I guess Lucario too if he's playing properly. I don't have to be there to do the most damage as Sylveon, I just have to be annoying. I have to be in your face at all times in every single team fight. And again, I'm playing in the jungle. I'm getting these rotations off as quickly as I can. I'm going back and forth to these objectives, trying to get my team ahead, keep us snowballing into this game. And it's not always easy because, again, you don't know if your team's going to rotate. You don't know what your team's going to do. Aegislash is still bot lane. Rotom's up here. He's fighting a 1v2, okay? So you can't be mad at him because he's down the bot lane. He's fighting 1v2 right now, whereas we have an opportunity to get this Rotom. Instead, we push this gold. I don't know if that was the right play, but my team was all for it, so I might as well just take the gold. Move on. Apparently, Wartortle can't count. I have 39, he's got 30. And this will always happen in these solo queue games. People don't care, they just want to score. And that's just the way I look at it sometimes. Like, quick math, guys. 39 is bigger than 30, right? Right? I'm pretty sure. Alright, thought so. But in any case, we're going to go in top lane and see if we can push this Rotom in a little bit further. I know Aegislash is next to me. I know Wartortle is here too. He's probably going to jump on me thinking he can kill me in this 1v1. And for those of you who are playing this Pokemon, make sure you read your Unite ability and know what it does before you just randomly pop Unite. You do damage to lower the HP of the target Pokemon you're attacking. Don't ever engage with Aegislash and just pop a Unite move and I'm full health. Like, you're not going to do anything to me.
You're on fire!
Not nothing. No damage, pretty much. And you also have to hit the ability. Considering not running Mystic Fire, I have nothing to worry about versus Aegislash in this situation. But I'm also super tanky, right? We're super bulky. No Pokemon right now can 1v1 me straight up. Besides Venusaur, obviously Venusaur can pretty much do that to anybody. Or Lucario, if I'm not predicting the slow smoke in the close combat, but no one can do 1v1s right now with Lucario, but it is what it is. But again, with this Pokemon right here, I'm going back and forth to these objectives because that's the best thing to do, the best way to play Pokemon Unite, I think, right now. And you should be doing that as a jungler. You guys need to be rotating, getting these bees, getting these objectives to win the game. And we all know the first 8 minutes doesn't mean much to people if you can't fight at Zapdos. So why am I going to sit here and play another DPS with this solo queue team? For what? And we all know I don't play a lot of supports, right? But I also didn't realize that Absol and Aegislash are not going to jungle this game. Neither of them called jungle. So someone had to do it, right? That's the way I look at it. Obviously I plan on going into the lane, which makes more sense. But we're able to still do things like this, keep a whole team down here chasing me, gradient style, while my team comes up here and gets this objective. Hopefully, because they are moving up here. That's really unfortunate. Like, that was really dumb luck. And now this could be the turning point of the game where we just lose, right? This could be it. They get the Rotom. They're pushing this goal. Aegislash is taking the jungle farm. I haven't really seen him do much all game. I mean, it is what it is. And they have a Decidueye. But Absol decides to, you know, jump in face first, and we make a play here. Somehow, someway. Blastoise is still trying to score 2 points. It is what it is. It's a dead turtle. Sorry, turtle. This is one of the other things in which is really good with this Pokemon, because her extreme mobility. And we are going to win this 1-1 because we're super tank. And he missed his Giga Drain. So for those of you that also don't know, if you are to Giga Drain wild Pokemon, you do heal more opposed to enemy players. So essentially, everything he had to do was probably heal the core fish there. Probably. And he might have survived, or he might have killed me. You never know. But instead, he just whiffed it. And that cost him, you know, him to die. It is what it is. Now Dreadnought is spawning again. This will be, what, our 4th? Or our 3rd? I lost count, to be honest with you. We're going to take this one, and hopefully play this Zapdos fight right. And I say hopefully because this is the hardest fight in the game, apparently, for any player in solo queue, or sometimes it's difficult in groups if you guys don't communicate. But I'm trying to get everybody to line up here. And again, solo queue is not going to work out. Decidueye runs in face first because why not? Most Decidueye players are throwing birds. It is what it is. I'm just chilling. I'm waiting to see what Unite moves is burned or what abilities get popped before I just jump in, right? I see Venusaur back there popping his Unite move, which I dodge somehow, and I figured Aegislash is going to jump in my face. So I try to jump back to my team after taking some of this damage here, and a pop a Unite move to give people Buddy Berry if they needed it in this situation, because I didn't know if he had Unite move up or not for Aegislash. And guess what? It was an easy team fight, to be honest. But it doesn't happen like that all the time, but you also get to see the power of how much bulky, or how much tank Sylveon can actually be, just playing Sylveon and being that extra front line for your enemy team, or for your team. Even sometimes when they just run straight DPS. You know what I mean? What are you going to do? But either way, this has been Pawseplays. Hopefully you guys do have a fun time playing Sylveon, because I would really like to see her more. But either way, I will catch you guys in the very next video. For those of you in my Discord who are ready to game tomorrow, make sure you are here, because it's going to be all day practice, all day rank climb. I will see you guys later. You guys have a good night.